So hither there the adventurers had circumvented the dangers of the jungle, and finally reached that decrepit temple. Their mission had reached its peak when they discovered evidence of vile goings-on. Then they faced the temple's hulking inhabitants, and were now staring down the face of what may be their doom. So you guys remember where you were. You were in the temple, and you're facing down several. I think I said there was a leader looking, well, one scary looking one, I should say. So that one appeared and had like 8 or so disciples, if you will, just appear all around. Our followers,
lackeys,
little lackeys.
And so, we're in a portion of like this temple, right? That like we kind of like fell into or something like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You guys just kind of wandered into this big opening. The ceilings, I'd say, are probably about 40 to 50 foot high.
Okay.
And there's different openings in the ceiling because it's kind of a falling apart temple where sometimes you can see into the sky a little bit. It's kind of crumbling. There's also like black tunnels, in various parts of this thing that are holes in the walls where these gorillas have some of them have appeared out of those, as if there's like a network of
just like
ways
Congo.
that these. There you go, kind of like Congo.
Laser gorillas, sweet.
Jurassic Park and Congo is what's going on here. 90s horror movies. So here we go. Adventure films. And I'd say that you guys, I guess in this picture here, you guys were in zone, if we went from left to right, being 1, 2, 3, 4, you're in zone 4 down the bottom right. And so the Girallons have kind of surrounded you all, and there's two approaching you, including the one big scary one with horns. I'll go ahead and narrate it real quick. So this Girallon seems to be a little larger than the others, and it has horns on its head, and it comes forward, and it kind of looks over at you all, kind of like almost as if it's checking you out, sizing you up, and then little Milo's head pokes out from around, I'll say, Verity. The eyes of this Girallon get really wide, and she grunts something and beats her chest, and the other ones all like holler and beat their chests with their forearms, and we will roll for initiative.
Okay. Oh boy.
You notice that 4 Girallons kind of come out of their spaces and drop, whilst the other 4 and the large one seem to hold back. So for now, four little loud Girallons coming at you. All right, boys. Yeah, starting with a little battle right out of the gate here. And now I don't know. I think that was probably enough time to pass 1 minute at least, which would mean that you would need to use another rage, okay, Barbarian, in this battle if you chose to.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. It's the druid.
Okay. Fuck it. Swing on the closest one near me.
I would say that these 4 have gotten into your zone.
Okay.
They probably just fell right from the ceiling and whatever into your zone onto the ground with you guys all around you.
I'll swing the flame blade. 13
to hit.
Yeah.
Yep, that will hit.
Yes.
On the nosy.
Thank you, spell attack modifiers. I rolled a 7. 8 damage.
Okay. That's a fiery flame damage.
Yes.
All right, very good. It looks like Milo is up. I'm going to let him go. So he has this ring on. He points his fist forward, and he calls out these magic words, which I didn't come up with. And a streak of lightning just bursts from his ring that he has on his finger, and it's going to strike at. I'm going to say it doesn't hit because it rolls 4, but this lightning bolt will streak past the Girallons and strike the walls and like rocks and things are starting to tumble down now, and it really kind of like makes all the Girallons kind of like look distressed by this. Now, Girallon 1, I'll say, is going to attack Kroldor, and I'm going to give him disadvantage because the lightning has really kind of freaked them out. And the first attack is 15. Second, 13. Then we have another 13. Then we have a 15. And then a natural 1. I believe that's 5, right? So 13 twice, and there was, or 15 twice, and there was the highest roll that he's gotten. Does any of that hit you?
Yeah, those two hit me.
Okay. That would mean that you would take 14 damage.
Well,
and
interesting turn of events here.
Yeah.
That drops me to 0, however.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
DM, question.
Yes.
Fafnir's Bane has the ability, as a reaction, when one of your party members drops to 0 HP, you can move up to half your speed and make an attack. The attack has advantage because you're filled with vengeful rage.
Yes, I will let you execute that before he executes the rest of his turn, because I know what he's about to do.
Yep. Okay.
When he sees you fall, this happens.
Yeah.
You can use your reaction now if you'd like, and that would be Girallon 2 that is attacking him. So.
Well, basically, because the zealot, it doesn't kill me, right?
It's not the zealot, actually. It's your half-orc. So, Red, go ahead and make your reactionary attack.
I rolled a 13 plus 8, so it's 21.
Okay, that'll hit.
Alright. It'll be 11 points slashing damage.
Okay. So after you see your friend fall, you use your spell from your power. The power of your sword invigorates you, and you spring forward in a rage and attack this Girallon and slash him open. But as you do this, the orc, whom everyone saw go down, somehow still stands up.
You're a hardy race. There's more blood to be shed, and I know you have it in you.
So I'm
yes.
re-enrage then, right?
No, you haven't used a rage yet, have you?
I thought that's what we were doing at the beginning.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So the second Girallon goes then this time, and it will attack the. We'll go down the initiative roll again here, and we'll attack the dragon.
My dragon.
He's going to have a disadvantage as well. The roll is 19 on the first attack. The second one would have been a natural 20, but he's had disadvantage, so the attack is only 11. So it's 19, 11, then 16, then well over 20. It's 2 18s I rolled, and then finally the lowest one would be 15 on that one. Does that hit the dragon pretty much?
His armor class is 17.
We'll go to so 14 damage to the dragon.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, so the Girallon, even frightened by the lightning, the Girallon jumps onto the black dragon and just kind of pummels Mr. Dragon into the dirt.
Snuffles!
Girallon 3 will go after Beryl in this one, and with a disadvantage as well. That would be 12 to hit. I know that don't hit. Beryl, again, another 12 to hit Beryl. Even lower, roll 2. And that would have been a natural 20, but she takes the 5 for 11. And it's one more attack, I guess, here. And that would be a 16 to hit. So looks like pretty much able to shrug that off.
Yeah.
So
she holds her shield up and fends away those flailing arms.
Very good. That puts us to Kroldor.
So I have that superior healing potion that I crack open and chug.
Yes.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm so squishy right now.
That's your action there to drink that potion, Barbarian. But you can use your bonus action to go into a rage if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead.
You can rage chug that potion.
Rage chugging. Rage chugging. Right.
Okay.
And now I'm pissed. Pissed and healthy.
Okay. All right. Then Beryl, we're going to move to you.
Next round, these Girallons are fucked. I'll tell you that.
Beryl's gonna hold her sword to the sky and ask for Mordin's blessing as she strikes down that Girallon that she saw Verity come running up and strike. So that was Girallon 1, right?
Yes.
And so her sword is gonna glow because I'm gonna cast Searing Smite.
Hooray!
Just say that's a bonus action. So I'm gonna cast the cantrip Booming Blade and attack that Girallon number 1. And that's going to be... Oh my God, bless America. It just whiffs.
What is it?
I rolled a 1, dude.
Oh. You know what, Chris? I'm going to give you inspiration for all the fun elven stuff that you brought to the game that I forgot to give you initiative for. So roll one more time.
I'm gonna blow that right away and re-roll that and roll a fucking 2. This is not meant to be, man. That's how that goes. So maybe she was disoriented from fending off the bludgeoning arms of those Girallon monsters, and as she went to strike back, it just even though she has got Mordin's grace, she whiffs past the opponent.
Those things hit pretty hard. They hit hard.
Is it possible that a dwarven god doesn't like an elf woman?
This has to be the case. This has to be it.
He's like, all right, I guess. That elf lady's asking for help again.
Too much abuse of that guidance cantrip. I'm thinking of, man.
Right, yeah.
D4s, that's where my sweet spot is.
So whiny, always going on and on with those pressing hymns. Okay, so this one's going to come after Verity. Again, this is the final Girallon, and he has disadvantage as well from being frightened by Milo's lightning. And that's going to be 14 for the first one. Rolled a 2 on that one. 12. And then another 2. Good grief. And then a 3. So that worked out good for Verity.
Yeah, AC 15, so.
Very good. Yeah, nothing went above 15. He was rolling 2s and 3s with that disadvantage. So Milo managed to save you guys for a good round, I would say.
Right.
The best boy.
And that's to you, Verity.
I'm going to go after that G1.
Okay.
Natural 1. So I'm going to go ahead and do my second attack. That's going to be 15.
That hits.
9 points slashing damage.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn, partner?
Yes.
Okay. Back to Milo. So Milo produces a little wand, and he casts a magic missile out of the end of it. But when he does, it's like he doesn't really know what he's doing. It's just, it's almost like the magic is coming from the wand itself and not from any magic words that he knows. So he goes, and like rubs his wand. Sorry, that's funny. And these missiles shoot out of it like lasers, and let's see. And he's going to take another 13 damage off of that G1. Whoa, boy! He almost falls like on his butt, but he doesn't. All right, so G1 is taking another shellacking, and he will then use his movement to kind of like position himself away from the Girallon war that is happening and like hide behind some rock. Next we have a scroll.
I am going to cast Thunder Wave as a second level spell.
All right. So that's Walter's favorite spell.
Thunder Wave!
I'm about to start attacking my own team now.
Our previous sorcerer, who is no longer with us, used to kill the entire part and kept killing his wolf companion.
Sorry for your loss.
With Thunder Wave.
But here's the thing. I'm going to cast it so it doesn't hit the party.
Very good. I'll let you position yourself to be able to hit 2 gorillas without doing so. So let's say you can do that to Gorilla 1 and 2.
Do I need to roll for Thunder Wave since it's a spell?
I believe that I have to make some sort of dexterity saving throw against your...
Yes.
One of them gets a natural 1. The other one gets a 14.
Constitution saving throw. My spell DC is 14.
Okay, so one of them passes, the other one fails.
Okay.
So now you would roll your damage for it.
Yes.
And I will take half for the guy who passed, and the other one will fail and be pushed back up to 15 feet, I think.
10 feet.
10 feet. There you go.
Yeah. Big money. Fuck.
Yay.
6.
6.
Hells bells, thunder wave.
Okay.
I can't make a hand attack with a bonus action, can I?
Not with that attitude. Oh.
I don't know. I'm so new.
Nope. I don't think that you could take an attack with that. Was your spell a Thunder Wave is an action, right?
Yes,
Yep.
one action.
Yeah. So yeah, there's nothing left unless you had a spell that is a cantrip that you could use a
I'd still have movement though, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of move back with Milo because on the next turn I'm gonna
flank Milo.
Motion. Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right. Next is the Girallon number 1, and I'm gonna say he's gonna go after you and Milo. So the gorilla's coming down. He gets a 14. It's a 17, an 8, an 11, another 8, 5. He only lands one attack on Milo because Milo uses a reactionary. His ring glows again, and he's able to cast a shield on himself. So his AC comes up enough to block most of those attacks. Pretty cool how goddamn Girallon didn't just drop him again. Okay.
The boy's light on his feet.
The second Girallon, I'm going to say, will come over. We're going to go back to the Barbarian. Barbarian does a 14. Another 14. So that's 3 14s in a row. Can't add. 18. And 11.
Only one hits.
All right.
Also,
you're raging, so you're going to take...
raged.
You're going to only take 4 damage then total. Because you're that's half of that.
Yeehaw.
Good grief. They're missing most of their attacks. That's good. Hey, good for you guys.
Yeah.
All right. You alive. G3 then will go to Barrel. And that's going to be... Okay, now we got... That's 22. 12. That's 8. 12. 13. And even lower. So only 1 hits, right?
Yep.
That's funny how this dice loves you guys. This big orange dice. I'm not going to use that I won't use that as a player, but the DM. So you'll take 7 damage. This Girallon's just punching. And hits you for 7 damage. Krolgor, your turn.
oh yes. All right, which one knocked me down?
Oh gosh, can you remember?
G1.
I think it was G1. Girallon 1.
I'm gonna come for Girallon 1. Let me use, my
Relentless Rage.
relentless attack.
Okay.
Ow. All right. Let's see. And do I still have that +1 from?
Yep. From your battle axe. Yep. He's made your battle axe for 24 hours, I believe it is, until he rests again.
Very nice. So that is going to be 22 to hit.
Well, I guess so.
Okay,
Yep.
You'll give that to me? Very nice.
He has a shield.
He has a shield.
I'm just kidding.
I know. The damn shield. Alright, so I got 8, 2, that's 10, plus 6, so 16 for my first hit.
All right.
Or 17, because I get the +1, my bad.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack him one more time. And then 16 to hit.
Yes.
Alright. That is going to be 16 damage.
Okay. Tell me how that looks.
Oh, does he actually have a shield? Sure.
No.
How many arms does this one have?
They all have 4 arms and
They all
2,
have 4
well,
arms.
6 if you count their little leggies.
Alright, well I start hacking off the top arms as I'm yelling that like, how dare you knock me down? How dare you? And I'm just hacking away until I just thump him in the head one good time. I'm just sitting there cussing and swearing at him and just very angry.
In a rage.
Very angry barbarian.
The
Raging.
spirit of Chumbawamba impels him.
Is that one of your dragonborn gods?
I have no gods.
Oh, my apologies. Again, I don't have a British accent. Sounds more like Morty. Every time I play him.
Oh God, it's Morty.
Okay. Well, is that the end of your turn, Trollgore?
That is, yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
So we're going to go to Beryl. Before Beryl takes her turn, off in the other side of the room, you can see the large one, horns, just really getting enraged. Thumps her chest even more. You know it's a girl because it doesn't have a giant wiener like the rest of them. I keep saying that. and the rest of them all seem to roar and holler too and beat their chests. You can hear this ominous voice come from her gorilla lungs.
Bring me the boy.
And that's it. You can take your turn, Beryl.
All right, so Beryl takes the punch from Gorilla 3 and then kind of hoists her shield up over her face and lunges, kind of stabbing towards him. So that's going to be with the booming blade.
Okay.
That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Yes.
All right, so and he's going to take 4 slashing damage,
Okay.
4 thunder damage, and then the searing smite is still on the sword. So that's going to be 2 flame damage. And so she kind of plunges the sword into him, and it kind of sets his organs in this smoldering fire.
Nice.
She's like, now the burning hot coals of Moradin will roast inside of your belly. And withdraws her blade. And that'll be the end of my turn. So if this Gorilla 3 makes a movement, it will take another 2d8 thunder damage.
Correct. That makes us down to Girallon 4. So we'll go for Beryl this time. It doesn't like that you did that to its brother. First attack is only 11. Next one, this one's going to be 21. Then that one's a 15. That one is a 21. And a 11. Are those 21s find purchase?
Yeah, so that's 2 hits. So
That's
I'll take 14.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're back to the top.
Nope.
With
Verity.
Oh, Verity. That's right. Okay. There it is.
So, who am I close to?
You're probably close to Girallon 2, I'd say. Girallon 2 went over. I can't remember which one.
Alright.
One of them went over and fought the other two. I'd say that's probably Girallon 2. So you're close to Girallon 3 because you're with Verity,
All right. Well, I'm gonna swing.
or you're with I'm sorry. You are Verity. You're with Beryl.
25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit, even though he has a shield.
I know I should have called Green Flame before I did that shit.
That's okay. You get 2 attacks doing it this way.
All right. So that's gonna be 10 points slashing damage.
Sweet. Okay.
My second attack, 13. Sorry, 14. 14.
The hit. Yes, the hits.
All right. 12 points slashing damage. So he
That's
just kind
big
of whacks
time.
at him.
That's big time. Okay. Very good. So Milo takes a potion from his bag and he chugs it and he says, "Oh, whooping!" He flies into the air.
The boy has wings!
Just happy thoughts. And he's about 10, 15 feet in the air now, hovering away from the danger of the gorilla who tries to take a attack at him and does not land. They rolled a 2 opportunity attack. Didn't happen. Girallons are all getting hooty and hollery. Okay, Scroll, it's your turn again.
All right. Well, I'm going to use that friggin' potion.
All right.
Well, I got 30.
All right. Good.
Let's see.
It takes an action to do that, but you have bonus action available to you and movement. You've got a gorilla on yourself, on you.
Sad. So I guess that's the end of my turn then, because...
Yeah, the only thing I think you could do as a bonus action is wild shape, right?
Yeah, and I'm kind of saving that one.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next Girallon here. Girallon 2, I believe, is the one that's over there by you guys. So he's by you, Scroll. And he's going to try and leap up in the air. And he's going to try and grapple Mr. Milo. So I'm going to have to... Let me get someone to roll a d20 for me and tell me what the result is. How about you, Red?
D20, all right.
Roll for the Girallon.
Rolled a 17.
Well, the Girallon has Milo in his grasp.
Oh, no.
So he's snatched Milo out of the air, and he's grabbed hold of a vine hanging from the ceiling, I will say, and he's dangling probably about 30 feet up in the air with Milo kicking in his arms. That'll be the end of Girallon 2's turn. Girallon 3 will continue to attack. He's going to hit Verity. 9, 19, 22, 18, and that's 17.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Shield.
So Girallon 3, that's the one that I hit with the flame blade, right?
Yes, it is.
He's got to take a d6 of damage. He's got to He's got to do a con save or take a d6 of flame from the Searing Smite. So his con save DC is 14.
Nope, failed that. So you go ahead and roll the damage for that.
The d6.
Yeah.
So that's just a 1.
Okay, that's fine.
And then if he moves, he takes the 2d8 worth of damage from the booming blade.
I would say that he probably did. Let's do that. Go ahead and give him that 2d8 damage.
So 7 and another 7. That's 14 more damage before he attacks Verity.
Okay, very good. Awesome, dude. This thing looks fucking wore out as it's doing this to you, by the way. Okay.
Yeah.
So you cast Shield.
I'm going to cast Shield because he was going to hit me 4 times, but that gets it down to 1 hit. Just 1 hit.
Okay, very good. 7 damage then.
All right.
All right, and now Krolgor, your turn. You've got 2 Girallons. One of them fully healthed, and the other one not looking so good. And one of them up in the air with Milo. Not to mention the other 4 that are kind of like standing in their respective cubbies, but not really attacking.
I'm gonna go for the healthy looking one.
Okay, very good. That'll be Girallon 4.
Go Girallon 4. Relentless attack. Natural 20.
Hooray!
Yeah!
Big one. That means you get to roll 2d6 plus another 2d6. That's 4d6. No, wait. I'm sorry. You have a great axe, don't you? I'm sorry. You have a great axe. So it's 2d12s, 2d6s, and then we'll add all your other shit to that.
There it is.
Whoop his ass.
Oh, right. So, we have 11, 7, 4, and 6.
11, 7, 4, and 6. What does that have to be? That's 10, 21...
28, I believe.
28 plus your modifiers?
And then you're going to add 1.
It's 29.
For the 29, and then plus 6 more. Because I'm enraged.
35 damage in 1 attack. Go ahead and make your second if you'd like.
Do what now? Make my second?
Yes, sir.
Dang, he's not dead yet?
No, he's pretty... That's
he's not looking good.
I'll say one of his arms is almost hanging off.
All right. Well, guess what happened?
A natural 1 or a natural 20? Yay!
I got a natural 1 and a natural 2.
Yes. I love that relentless
Damn.
attack. Go ahead and roll
Right.
2 d12s.
2d12?
Oh, sorry. Aren't you a half orc?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you crit, you roll an extra d12. So roll a total of 4 d12 right now because you didn't roll the other one for your last attack.
Alright.
That's the thing half orcs get.
I did not know that.
Roll 4 d12s.
Big dick energy in this motherfucker.
Jeez.
I only got 3 nearby me, so. Just,
Roll 3 and then another one.
I got a 12, a 1, and an 8.
So
and
that's
an 8.
And then add what? His attack to it, right?
12, 1, and 8, right? 12,
12, 1, 8,
13. So 13 plus 16. Yeah, tell me how you want it to look, buddy.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I just run up and I just like baseball bat swing my axe and just cleave that head right off, and it just lands like straight up looking at the other Girallons. It's just its head lands and just staring at the Girallons.
Tongue hanging out. They seem to be they recognize your strength and they seem to cower.
Good. I hold the bodied axe above my head, and just as the blood drips down my arm. Just...
Very good. Okay, Beryl, it's up to you. You've got this one that you've been fucking up with that booming blade standing there with you, but not looking so good, and also he looks terrified.
Yeah, so Beryl hears the flames roaring inside of his belly, and then the sound of a hammer striking the anvil when he moves the booming blade damage. But she flicks her sword kind of up towards those vines, and I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Milo. So
Okay.
basically, if Sanctuary for the next minute, or 10 rounds, if Milo is a target of an attack or harmful spell, they must first make a Wisdom saving throw of DC 14 or choose a new opponent.
Okay.
Okay? And then I'm going to cast the cantrip for the Booming Blade at that dude I've been fucking up.
Okay. Very good.
So that's going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
He's going to take 10 of the slashing damage, 3 thunder damage,
Okay.
and 6 flame damage.
Yeah, just tell me how you'd like that one to look.
Yeah, so she kind of flicks her sword to the air and casts that sanctuary, and kind of a bubble of magic surrounds Milo, and then she brings her arm back down, and then stabs that monster, stoking those flames again, and then it just kind of explodes. Its flaming guts kind of fall out of its belly onto the floor.
Nice.
Beginning to get very messy around here.
Worked out pretty good. It might very well be my turn.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to cast an arc of a firebolt up towards to the Girallon that's swinging with Milo,
Okay.
hoping Milo survives. 16.
That hits. I was going to say if you missed, it would hit Milo, but you hit.
But he's got the sanctuary, so if it would have hit Milo, then they had to choose another target.
Oh, true.
Sweet. Alright, so let's get a D8, a D10, I'm sorry, D10.
Yeah, it's a D10.
Yep, it's going to be 8 points fire damage,
All right, sweet.
and its fur is singed.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the end of my turn. Unless I could I want to get myself close as I can towards Milo. Maybe I can start moving in the general direction,
Right. Okay.
to wherever they're
Following-
headed. Yeah.
Following that way.
Yeah.
Milo will make a attempt to escape the grasp of the Girallon. Now, let me see. I've got some spells in here listed for him. He's gonna make he takes a vial of acid out and pours it onto the Girallon's hand. He's able to get it out of his pouch there, and he's hoping that it will help him get away. But that would count as an attack, I think, so that he wouldn't be able to make an escape attempt. But it will deal 2d6 acid damage to this Girallon, and we'll see what happens here. So 5 acid damage to the Girallon's hand. You can tell the thing is still got a good grip on him, though. Let's see. After Milo, it's scroll.
Yes. I am going to swing. Really? Is that big monkey in the air?
Yes, he's swinging.
Am I within range to hit him since he's in the air?
Depends on what you're going to hit him with.
The sword in my hand.
No, he's too high up for that. You would have to make a ranged attack on him. Or use your item that you have.
I can't attack with that. I can't attack while using that, unfortunately.
Right.
Because I have to be holding both sides. But I can use a cantrip that's ranged. Is 30?
There you go.
Is 30 feet?
There you go.
Range?
Yeah, it is.
Let's see.
What, pray tell, cantrip is this?
Thorn Whip.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I like that cantrip. It's fun.
Yes. Okay.
Whoosh.
Oh, that's perfect because you could pull him off the ceiling potentially.
Yeah. And
Whip it real good.
14 to hit.
Yes.
Yes. It takes 1d6 piercing damage. And if the creature is large or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
Okay. I'm going to say that what happens here is you make the monkey lose its grip, and so it will slip. How much was the damage first again?
4.
Okay. He loses his grip, so he's going to come down to the ground, and Milo is actually let free. I'm going to say he lets Milo go, but Milo will just continue to float under the effects of the spell that he's on.
Safe.
So, how much damage is it when someone falls 10 feet or more? Isn't it 1d10?
It's 1d6 per 10 feet of falling.
I'm going to say he at least falls 20 feet.
So 2d6.
Ooh, so he takes 10 damage.
Yes.
And lands on his back. He is not looking good. He also looks a little frustrated.
Is he prone?
Oh yeah, he's prone.
Oh shit, it's his next turn, so he can get up. Oh, that's fucking dick.
That takes their action, though, doesn't it?
Half their movement. Okay, he stands up. He's not looking good. He looks back at the leader who's pretty much retreating from the room now, along with several of the others. Let's see here. And she just kind of like turns her eyes from him, and he looks almost with desperation back at you all, and stands up and thumps his chest, and he's just going to go after you, Scroll.
Look at his
16, 12. That's a natural 20.
God damn it.
10, 8.
Well, you got the natural 20 in the first one.
Okay, let's roll damage for the natural 20, and let's just roll this time instead of calling it out. So that's 19 damage.
Well, it's a good thing I took that potion, otherwise I'd be on the ground.
Okay.
Because I literally had 19 before I took it.
Okay, good. Well, there you go.
I'm still good.
That puts it up to Krolgor.
There's no way I can go and attack the leader, is there?
I'd say that they're kind of out of reach now. They're kind of disappeared out of sight.
I can't throw one javelin. All right.
You could throw it into the darkness if you want, but there's no.
They try it back at me.
Hold on! Be a listen to you.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go for a good old Girallon number 2 there. Relentless attack. 16 plus 8 to hit, so 24. Yep, that's it. And I get to roll that and that. Not great. All right, 6. Only 12 damage on that, or 13 damage on that one for my first attack.
Okay, 13.
Yep. And then for my second, so 21 to hit.
Yes.
And then, god dang. All right, so only 12 total.
That is enough.
That's enough. Well, I'll take enough then.
All right. So your axe finds purchase on this thing. It goes into this guy's neck, and it's two hands grab the axe as the axe is like pushing deeper into his organs, and your eyes are both meeting, and your teeth are gritting, and he puts his other two arms around your neck, and he's acting like he's gonna squeeze the life out of you, but the breath just leaves his body, and this Girallon slumps over onto the ground. Yep. So, at this point, the room is empty. Milo is floating above you. That's it. That's the end of that scenario.
Who among our party is wounded?
That'd be me.
I offer you Moradin's blessing, and so I'll cast the third level. Who's the most wounded out of everybody?
I'm at 24.
I'm at 25.
Out of how many?
Out of 55.
42.
Oh, you guys are real close.
14 out of 39.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal. I'll heal Scroll. I'll heal both of you with a third level cure wounds. So you each get 3d8 plus 3. So I'll roll that. So we'll do Scroll. 7, 5, and 5. So 20 healing to you.
Woo.
And then Krolgor. That's a bummer. 1. Oh Jesus. 3, 11, 14 to you.
I'll take it. It's better than nothing.
And I downed my potion. I got 29 there.
So I'm out of my highest level healing spells. Just fly.
Can't you speak to your god and get some more spell slots?
Moradin has favored me greatly today. It would be too much to ask for his favor in these endeavors. I must be up to the task.
Milo, come down here.
Milo, they seem to be agitated by you in some way. They seem to want to take you from us. What do you know?
Did you guys hear that Girallon totally talk? It said it wanted me.
No, Milo, it made no sense to my ears. Make sense of it to me.
I don't know. It was like it told the others to come after me, and it tried to. I wiggled free though. Look at me. I can fly around now.
Dumathoan has shared his secrets with you.
I have a distinct feeling that I might know what's going on here, but we'll have to explore further.
You can't tell us now.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But I know that I've read about these creatures before, and they're a very strange race, and that there's something about them being bred sometimes to protect a certain place. That's something from their history. But I don't see the disciples or the warlocks that we've come to search for. And that makes me think. Doesn't it make you think? Strange magic may be at play here.
We did see that warning. The symbol.
I think something some sort of bestial ancient magic has been conducted in this temple.
Could it possibly be magic from the book we are after?
Well, I'm sure of it.
Could these creatures be transformed in some way? Could they be the original worshippers in this temple?
Look how many of them are here. I counted at least 4, and then there was one big scary one that fled that way. And the rest of them lying here dead. There's 8 of them dead here. The numbers are adding up, that's for sure.
Perhaps some terrible ritual magic has altered their forms in the way that the steel alters under the hammer. It can't help but crack in sometimes.
Do you think these beasts are in league with the sorceress your clan leader has sent us here to collect the debt from?
I am not only suggesting that they might be in league with that sorceress, but that might be the sorceress herself.
Shape-shifting. That would be the dwarf's line of abilities.
Indeed. Let me have a look at it. Want to make a nature check?
On what are you having a look at?
The corpse of one of the Girallons.
Okay.
Let's see. Come on, baby. Oh, shit. 9.
That's just a dead Girallon. They're all just seem to. There's nothing on them except for maybe you might, if upon closer inspection, you might see like crusty bits of mud and or makeshift paints that might be made from berries or stuff or things like that, where they might have been painted up at one point, and it's like faded away, but also soaked in blood too, because a lot of these guys were brutally slashed to pieces. So it's hard to make. They're obviously have. There's been some finger painting going on. I would say.
Can I make an Arcana check to like discover the nature of their transformation, such as like
Certainly.
If it
Make
would be
an Arcana
susceptible?
check.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to know if it's like susceptible to like a dispel magic, for example.
Right.
So that's a 20.
All right.
Shoo.
With an Arcana check, you can think back to where would your character have learned such knowledge?
So she's a pilgrim, so she's kind of been among the elves and the dwarves. So she's a traveler. I mean, she could. There's been
tale of cults and clans that worship demons, and suddenly you remember one of the demon lords. You can't quite put your finger on what the demon lord's name was, but it had an ape-like appearance, and perhaps this magic has transformed this cult into somewhat visage of their god.
Would I know if it's permanent, or would I know the mechanism to reverse it in any way?
I think that you would not be able to know if it's reversible, but you know that that seems to be a permanent effect on these since they're dead and did not revert back to human.
Okay. So yeah, I'll kind of share that overall information with my team.
Very good. So that's kind of the gist of what we think has happened here.
So that gorilla statue we saw when we entered the jungle, there was Girallons who once lived here, but now they've been replaced by followers of this cult.
The cult have become the Girallons, and that was their leader.
Is it possible the statue has been here all this time? And that was
We only saw half of the statue, though. We know that it was ape-like, but we don't even know if it was a Girallon or a chimpanzee. There's several species of these apes running around since we got here, you know.
It would seem
I have a British accent again.
It would seem foolish to think it would be anything but a Girallon at this point.
I'm always impressed with Milo's knowledge.
We're searching for the tome. Why would they be transformed into Girallons with the power of the tome?
The tome,
punishment.
The tome is very, very cryptic. There are only few people that know the language of it, and I'm sure that they've been experimenting, trying to unlock its secrets.
Do you know the language of it, Clan Milo?
No, certainly not. My master and maybe 2 or 3 other people in Sword Coast total are the only ones who can, and a few, I think maybe one of them lives in Candlekeep.
And it seems like perhaps she has beaten us to it then, if she has used it to transform herself.
I can't imagine wanting to escape away to a jungle getaway to become the ultimate Dark Lord power wielder just to become a gorilla, though. Doesn't make sense.
Perhaps she seeks to imprison you to use you as leverage in getting Clan Merlin to do her bidding. Or she is under the mistaken thoughts that you could read and translate the book.
Something vile pops into your head, Beryl, with that. Was that a dirty 20 or a natural 20 on your Arcana?
Why?
That was a dirty 20.
Still pretty high. You start to think of other things when you think about this, when you heard about those rituals. A lot of those rituals involve sacrifice or blood magic, bloodletting, and virgin blood is very desirable in these kinds of things.
Oh, okay, so could it be, Milo, that you are a virgin?
Oh, what?
That you are needed for the ritual?
What's that?
barrel. You don't just ask people that. He's a baby.
I've had all my shots. Okay. Shall you guys press on?
Milo, surely an individual of your scholarship requires no education on this subject.
Are you referring to the forbidden section of the library?
Yes.
I swear I didn't read those books.
Laughing.
Master said I wasn't supposed to, but I may have peeked at them a little bit, and, well, I don't really understand the concept entirely. I would say, yes, I am that word.
They may be seeking to use you to complete their ritual. Your blood is valuable in many magic rituals.
So, Milo, you haven't made the beast with 2 backs?
I dare say not. I've never created a beast before.
Conjuration is quite the skill for a wizard. I know you can achieve that ability if you put your mind and heart to it.
I know one thing's for sure. We better get on and try and get that tome from them. Get out of here.
What?
And lead on, but my sanctuary spell's effects will have worn off, so you must be careful.
Oh, yes, thank you for that. It really helped. I spilled a bit of that acid on myself, but it just went on to him.
What is
I can only protect you in that way once more.
I start walking toward where the Girallons went, the leader.
Okay.
We must proceed with caution.
Yep, I'll follow him down, but I can't be sneaky, so I'll take kind of the back ranks if that's what
Well,
we're
they
trying
know
to
we're
do.
here, but, you know, we don't want to get ambushed again.
Right. Well, Milo kind of hovers above the ground.
You must stay with the group, Milo. No more flying off.
Oh, yeah, what about a short rest there, Jabbers?
I wouldn't think that you would be able to, because they
Okay.
know you're in their home.
10-4.
If you sit for any amount of time, they're just regrouping.
Okay.
Perhaps if we delve deeper into these ruins, we could find a safe place to regroup.
In this room, there's the entranceway that you came in. There's several entrances up in the roof area, but the only way that go really is there's like an offshoot where a gated door that's like it's just gated shut. It's, what's the term I'm looking? The bars are the wrought iron bars are in the cement, so there's no way to get through that door. But there's another door going where the leader went. So you guys enter into this room, and you can see it looks very ominous. The Girallons will be here. Now there's the one large leader was there in that skull-lined doorway over to the left. You guys will be entering from the right. So I'll say that the Girallons, the 4 of them that are left, are standing. If you look in the center of the picture, there's 5 little like round holes. I'll put a Girallon on each 4 corners of that little square, and of course, no Girallon standing in the 5th one in the middle there. Does that make sense?
5 Girallons.
Yep.
There's 5 Girallons total. The 5th one is the leader, and the one with the horns anyway.
Okay.
All the way up there.
She's up on the stairs.
On the dais, yeah.
On the dais.
On the dais.
So we walk in the door. We got 2 to our right, 2 to our left on the bottom section floor.
Yeah.
Roll for initiative.
All right.
Knowing that they want Milo, we would have instructed Milo to stay back.
Just like Keira Knightley, he's got range.
But Milo pulls a little sword out of his pouch. Shling. And he says, I have to do my master sent me here to do. And that is going to start the round. Okay, so it looks like Gorilla 1 going first here. We're going to go down the initiative here. Girallon 1 will come from, well, he's in zone. Yeah, he's able to move into that zone. And I would say he's going to attempt to grapple. Someone roll a d20 for me, please.
I got you. 2.
Yeah, you roll
All right.
shitty rolls.
Well, with your 2, that becomes a 6, and Milo is a 17. He's able to he kind of dodges out of the way of this thing as its forearms try to grapple him. Blah! Just totally miss. Krolgor, it is your turn.
So I pull out a javelin that none of you have seen me have before.
Hey.
So Chad already knows about what this is, but it's the Javelin of Lightning. That'll hit multiple people, right? Am I lining that up correctly?
Yeah, you'd probably be able to go
That javelin is traveling.
G3 and G4.
Unless he wanted to go for the main one, right? He probably got range on that.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Could, but it will only hit the boss.
Yeah, I know.
It's only gonna hit the boss then, or
If you tried to hit the boss, you're only going to hit the boss. You can
That's
only
fine.
line. The only way you could line it up to hit more than one would be G3 and G4.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I just yell out, Zakara, you daughter of a whore, throw that javelin. Whisper its magic command words, and it transforms into a bolt of lightning. Let's see what I can get here.
It's his magic.
Can I use? I guess it's just you daughter of a whore is the magic word that I'm gonna go with.
I was gonna say it was Thunderwave because you love that so much.
Anyway, I'm gonna use my last rage before I do that, I guess, because might as well. So that, and then relentless attack, right? Use that with this?
Yes.
One fell off the table. So I got a high of 13 plus 8, 21 to hit, right?
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll hit. Alright. So try to do a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
I rolled a 5
Yeah.
plus.
I would have thought a Girallons real fucking dexterous.
They are. The modifiers brings it up to an 8.
So that's going to be 4d6 of lightning on a failed save. So
All right.
21 damage total.
21 damage. So you strike this thing. As you throw your javelin, this Girallon's eyes get really big, and your javelin strikes right in the center of this Girallon's chest. And you see that it had some sort of like medallion, and your javelin strikes into it, and the lightning just transfers from it. And there's a large explosion. Her body starts to glow green, and like light is shooting out of her. But we're going to move on, and we'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
Milo sees this happening and flies over to, or when I say flies, runs as fast as he can over to the boss with this fancy-looking sword that he's got in his hand, and says, "I'm just like Verity," and sticks it into boss's stomach, who is glowing green, and but like sees the boy's sword go into its stomach, and wraps all 4 arms around him, and wails in pain. Next is Verity.
Verity didn't see Milo run out, so Verity was focused on 2 of the ones probably to the right of him, you know? So he's going to cast Green Flame Blade.
Green Flame!
Oh, thank you.
Whom are you attacking?
I was going to attack any of the gorillas on the right. There's like 2 on the right, 2 on the left. I figure I want to hit 2 so I could jump.
You'll be able to hit Girallon 2.
26 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
All right. So that's going to be 15.
Okay.
And then it says, on a hit, the target suffers attacks, normal effects, and Green Flame Blade leaps from this target to a different creature of your choice, and they're going to get my spell attack bonus, which is +5, but also, since I'm at level 5, the attack deals an extra d8, so that's going to be 2 more points damage, not much.
Okay, so 17 total?
Yes.
Okay, very nice.
Well, one got hit, and then the second one, it jumped over the second one, and he took 7 total.
I mean, the second gorilla gets hit with is what you're saying. The jump. They weren't adjacent, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do it.
Well, that's okay. I was trying to get within I figured there's 2 in that one quadrant, you know.
That's fine. We'll go ahead and say that they're there.
Let the goddamn Green Flame Blade flip.
Let's
I've never got a chance to do it.
Let's
Roll a cool.
goddamn do it.
God damn it.
Roll a cool. It hits the other one, so two Girallons that hit with
Blade.
Green Flame.
Green Flame.
Green Flame everywhere. All right, very good. Next is going to be Girallon 4. Is going to go for the first in the initiative there. Will be Krolgor. That's going to be a 13.
Nope.
And a 16.
Maybe.
A natural 20.
Yeah, that's definitely maybe.
Natural 1. And a 19. Now let's roll these. So was it three successful attacks?
Yes, sir. With a nat 20.
Okay.
So lay it on me, big guy.
let's do 3. So you're going to take, that's 26 damage, this gorilla. And next is Girallon 2, and he will go down the way. And he's going to go for, Milo's already up there with the leader, Verity. Got a natural 1. Second natural 1. Spin that thing. A fucking 2. And a 15. And a 2.
15 hits.
7 damage. Gosh, the gorillas are all punched up into one turn cluster. So next we'll go for the barrel. All right, here they come. The barrage of attacks. That's 15. Nope. That's 15 again. Nope. 10. Nope. 6. And last, 19. Nope. That's good. That's some good AC. I love me some clerics and some heavy armor wearing motherfuckers. All right, Beryl, it's your turn.
Yeah, she's gonna fend off the attacks from G3 and want to return it in kind, but first she's gonna kind of hold her sword up, and I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action, and that's gonna be my last second level spell slot, and then I'm gonna Booming Blade on that G3 that just hit me. That's an 11 to hit, so that's not gonna happen.
No, that doesn't.
But my my Spiritual Weapon will go, and that's an 18 to hit.
Woo! Yeah.
God bless him. 4 damage. That's literally the minimum.
That's all right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Very good. Scroll.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna pull out that fancy longbow. It's just a regular longbow, right?
Yeah. Yes, it is. But you can re-roll an attack if once per turn if you miss.
Ho ho ho. Swag. All right. I'm gonna. Who should I aim for? That boss looked pretty.
Something magical is happening over there.
A regular sword. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at her.
Okay.
Is there? If I miss, there's not a risk of hitting Milo, is there?
No, it's not anything like that going on. He's not grappled or anything, so.
Okay. Just checking.
Very good.
Let's see. 17.
That hits.
Yes. 4
damage.
Yeah.
So when your arrow strikes this illuminated Girallon, its arms flailing about, and little wizard with a sword sticking in its gut, the holler pain goes from like, and almost becomes like a woman's scream coming from almost like it's changing from a bestial whelp of pain to almost a humanoid sounding scream. Yeah. That's going to end your turn. It's going to start the boss's turn. The boss got hit by an arrow, makes that horrible scream. This thing, before it, as it's starting to change, it makes it boom, punches Milo right in the gullet, in the mouth, and Milo goes whoop, goes limp, and she throws him over her shoulder, and even though she's shrinking, she takes the sword and her stomach there and kind of pulls it out and carries it with her and goes through the door and disappears. Okay, Girallon 1. He's going to attempt to grapple you, Scroll. Make a you have to contest me, so you're going to roll a athletics check, okay? What did you get?
It almost landed on 18.
What did it get?
Oh, I rolled a 5.
Okay. Well, I rolled a natural 20, which is not an immediate success. If you had beaten it, you could have, but you would have had to beat 24. You're grappled by Girallon 1, and he's going to, because you're a small little dwarf, he's going to take off with you and try to run through the door to follow the boss. Okay. That's what we're going to do. You're going into the next room.
That's what I already planned on, but okay.
All right.
I got to do it.
You've been taken against your will now. Let's go on now to Krolgor. So Girallon 1 is out of the room. You've got 2 gorillas left here in the room. you that are still putting up a fight, trying to keep you guys from going to that room.
That'd be 2 and 3.
Yes, sir.
All right, whichever one is closest to me.
I'd say either or. We'll go with 2.
Okay, so roll one attack. 23 to hit.
Yes.
Yay! All right. And then 12 for my first, or 13 for my first attack.
Okay, very good.
Great. And second attack, 16 to hit.
Yep.
I only got 10 on that one.
Okay, that's fine.
Or 11, actually. I keep forgetting to add that +1 for the...
Okay, that works too.
Alright.
So that been... Alright! Severity.
Alright, are there the 2 guys next to each other? It's just one now?
I'd say that you guys, there's two Girallons here in the room with you, yes. And you guys are all kind of in this, like a close proximity to each other.
Would I be able to activate the green flame blade?
Yes!
Okay, going for green flame blade.
Green flame.
Right.
Green flame!
24 to hit.
Fuck yeah.
And I read the instructions wrong last time, so we're going to do it right this time. So, it deals the damage, which is 14 points slashing damage. Then it does an extra 1d8 fire damage. That's an 8. That's awesome.
Sweet.
Now, the spell's going to jump to the other guy. He's going to...
For 1d8, right?
It's going to be 1d8 plus my spellcaster, so that's another 8 plus 5, 13 points of fire damage.
Okay. Tell me what it looks like for Girallon 2.
Alright, so is Girallon 2 the first one I hit or the second one?
Yep, the first one.
Okay, so he brings
He got the sword.
Fafner's Bane, and he cuts right between both of his arms and kind of cuts upward, kind of slicing him in 2. And as he comes through, the flame bounces off the edge of the blade and hits the other guy, just smoldering his face and melting half of his face, Two-Face style.
Sweet. Nice. That's awesome. Very good.
That's it.
Awesome. So I said Girallon 4 left the room. We killed Girallon, right?
Yeah, Girallon 1 and Girallon... Yeah.
Girallon 3 actually is the next. Well, he's going to try and get you.
All right.
It's a 19, a 9, 12, 15, and a 14.
2 hits.
Okay, so take 14 damage, sir.
All right.
Is it raw? Bump, 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 punching you. Raw. Thumping his chest. All right, and next is Beryl.
All right, so Beryl is going to kind of stride over towards that Girallon 3 that was just fighting against Verity, and she's going to Booming Blade on it there. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
Yes, sir.
And, all right, so that's going to do 11 slashing damage, plus another 2 thunder damage. So that's 13 damage altogether there. And then her spiritual weapon is going to kind of tow along behind and attack as well. That's a 20 to hit, 30-20.
Yep.
And that's going to be 9 additional damage to Girallon 3.
Sweet. Girallon 3 is not looking great. Now, it's Scroll's turn. Let me describe to you what's happening right now in your view, okay? So you get brought into this new room here. You see that this woman is now standing by an altar, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she's got Milo there. And she's got a dagger, and she's going to cut Milo's hand and spritz it all over. This is it's kind of what she's would look like, but she's all happens to be buck-ass nude this time because well, she never got to wear clothes. Anyway,
Can I scream at her?
Yes, you'll be able to do that, but she's got the blood, and she just kind of uses his hand to smear it across her chest. Milo looks over, is now awake, kind of waking up, and goes, "Does this mean I'm not a V word anymore?" And I'll let you go ahead, and you've got this gorilla's got hold of you, and he's really trying to hold you still. Okay, so you can try and break free from his grasp if you'd like.
Yes. Before I do that, though, I'm going to scream, "Unhand the boy, you harlot!"
Very good. This boy's blood, it will bring forth the Dark One.
It'll bring forth my ires, what it'll bring.
And what was your, you rolled an 8. Okay, I will now contest you. Haha! See what we got here.
Was I supposed
And
to
I
add
roll-
anything?
Yes, your strength modifier.
Oh, I don't have that.
None.
Just the
None, yeah.
athletics. Just the athletics one.
I rolled a 3 plus 4, so that is 7. You win.
Yes.
You're now free. You have a bonus action available to you, and move.
Oh, saving it.
And you have an angry gorilla. Really, now
There's
that
about
you've
to be
gotten
2
free.
angry apes right now.
Right.
I'm gonna use my
He's-
bonus action to shapeshift into an ape.
All right, very good. Well, then you're squaring off with this other one who's like got his fist up. He's ready to protect.
That's dope. Gorilla fight.
Yeah, gorilla.
I've got my warhammer.
Very nice.
Fuck this boy up.
Trollgore, you still got a monkey going here. This Girallon
Monkey.
3.
Damn monkey. I only got 13 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, thank God. I thought these were low numbers. Alright, so I only got 12.
Okay, very good.
And second attack. Damn it, so close. 27 to hit.
Yes. I have a shield actually.
Damn those shields. You also have like level 10 spells.
Yes. I cast shield as a reaction as well.
And then we're just gonna do. So that's 10.
All right.
11, actually, because of +1.
All right. So tell me
Low
how
numbers.
that looks.
I'm getting a little tired now, so
Yeah.
I kind of like lazily start swinging my axe.
Right.
And I
Shocking.
get him. I get him. I'm just getting fed up. I want to go ahead and fight the boss
Right.
lady. I want to
Slash it into pieces.
I want to go see some nice Takara boobies.
All right. Very good. You can slash him to death, and you will have your movement. I'll say we're all out of combat at this point, so you guys could run into the next room if you want. Milo is scrambling around. He sees something is certainly happening to Zakara. She starts to almost fall into a trance, a drunken trance, and she lays down on the altar. And Milo notices that a small book or a large book gets knocked off of the altar and onto the ground, and going to snatch that up. And he takes a few steps back, but he's just kind of going to stand there and watch her as this is happening. Verity,
How far away am I from?
I would say you can get into the next room and be able to see what's happening.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I think we'd probably all rush.
You
towards
could
that
get
room.
up. You could get up. All of you could get up to about where the two gorillas are dueling, and I would say that I don't have a picture for the altar room, but it'd be kind of similar to the very one we just left, where there's 2 sections.
Yes, I'd come
And
in the room.
Zone 1.
And
You
I-
have enough to get to Zone 1.
Would I be able to get in range to attack the gorilla fighting scroll?
Yes,
Okay.
it's at full health. So
And I would notice that one gorilla has 2 arms and one has 4 arms, so I imagine that would be our druid.
right.
Have an adventure with him. So I'm attacking. That's going to be 18.
Yes.
11 points slashing damage. Second attack. That's a little bit lower, so that's going to be 11. And the second attack missed.
Okay. Next is our lady. Boys, for the sake of the rest of this game, I'm going to say that all of you are able to get to this room to witness what's about to happen. Okay. Zakara, it's almost as if her. You can see this woman altar hemorrhaging, and it's almost like the little alien head that came out of Sigourney Weaver's chest. This little fucking creature, and this happens really fast. It sounds just like that, actually.
That's some good sound effects.
That was really good. That's what it sounds like. Like bursts out of her chest and grows almost instantaneously. A large, ominous creature has now been summoned from the depths of hell with Milo's virgin blood.
The fuck is that?
Milo goes, "Oh my god!" This giant, and you guys, I think that especially Beryl, who now you remember those ape-like heads, and suddenly it pops in your brain, and everybody kind of simultaneously realizes this is the Demigorgons summoned from the Dark Realm, the Chaos God, the Chaos Demon, which is what these guys have been a follower of this whole time. All
Order
right.
didn't give me the strength I need to face this foe. What? She turned into a dwarf.
She becomes so terrified of the Demigorgon that this happens. At this point, Milo rubs his ring one last time, and he misty steps over to you guys. And the gorilla that you guys are all fighting, I'll say that Scroll, in his gorilla form, as it looks at its master turning into this and complete all, Scroll is able to just go thunk and knock this motherfucker like birds come out of its fucking yeah, and it like totally turns it topsy-turvy and falls over onto the ground, and you guys are all standing in front of this the Demigorgon. But Milo is standing next to you. He says, "Quick, we don't have a lot of time." He holds his sword up, okay? And this thing comes crashing towards you guys, and the whole temple seems to be falling apart as it yells. And he goes, "Ugh," and he thinks really hard as you guys all take hands. And the little gem, he has 3 gems on the hilt of his sword. One of them's cracked. One of them cracks. And he says, "I wish we weren't in this temple." And you guys all vanish. And you're outside the temple. Right outside the temple. And Milo says, "Oops, I should have thought that one better. Through better. We better run." And you guys see the temple is just crumbling in on itself as this giant Demigorgon starts crashing through the rubble to come after you. Milo pulls a little white elephant from his pouch and kind of rubs it and throws it towards the Demigorgon, and it turns into a giant elephant and starts charging towards the Demigorgon as they clash into together. He says, "That ought to buy us some time."
Confused gorilla noises.
You guys can start running away from this thing in the jungle, and Milo's trying to shake his sword around, and he says, "What did he say about this? I have to really focus on it. All right, let's try this again." And, you guys can hear that probably the demise of the elephant and off in the distance as this thing is just coming through the jungle at you, just hollering. He says, "Take my hand again. This is what we should have done in the first place." And that 3rd little gem cracks on the hilt, and he says, "I wish we were back at the portal." And poof, snap. You guys are back at the portal where you left the Master's wizard's house. And Master Murlin sees you guys are all there. "Quickly, come through the portal. Did you get the tome?" "Yes, Master. We got the tome, but you need to close the portal immediately." And he claps his hands together, and the green portal just shuts closed. "Tell me what happened. Quickly." "Well, we found Zakara and the temple, and we managed to get the tome back, and there was a lot of monsters." Does anybody else have anything to say? I don't know.
I'm gonna
about it.
Shift out of my ape form. That harlot took his blood and summoned a 2-headed Demigorgon.
Yeah.
There is a demon unleashed upon the world that will cause the suffering of millions of lives, and we just left it there.
It is definitely one of the stranger things I've ever seen.
The Demigorgon, you say? Let me explain something to you. When, say, a cleric or a warlock summons such a creature as this, the actual god or demon itself does not appear, but rather an aspect. So, if Zakara was able to summon the Demigorgon, or what seemed to be so, it would only be a temporary effect. Did you kill it?
No, we did not fight it. The boy transported us away.
Aha! That is what I wanted him to do. Now Zakara is trapped there forever if you took the tome.
Pretty sure she's dead, considering that thing bursted out of her chest like some kind
Whatever
of
form she has now,
xenomorphic monster.
she will have no power to return here.
Wait,
Did you
that's
get
her?
When you take on the aspect, I'm not sure what the actual effects are on the body after it ends. If she is not dead, she will be left there in a very wretched form for all eternity, or until her lifespan ends. And without the tome, she will not have the power or the abilities to return to this realm. I must return this to Candlekeep immediately.
What of the flower we had to get?
I must make an elixir for you immediately. Hand it over. And he'll take the flower from Milo and he puts it in a potion that's already been kind of stewing. And it turns to a glowing blue liquid. And he pours a cup for each of you. And
Blue liquid!
Blue liquid. He passes it around. And everybody drinks their little potions. Now, what you have to do is I wrote this down here. Make a Constitution saving throw, all of you.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Constitution saving throw. All right. So Krolgor is the only one who passed that. A funny feeling comes over all of you. Now I need you to make a Wisdom save with disadvantage, except for Krolgor.
Because he's the wisest of us.
He passed his Constitution. He was the most constitute.
I just had the most Constitution.
Everybody is just under the DC that I had set, with Beryl being the highest. Suddenly, the events of this adventure haze over your eyes, and Master Murlin is standing in front of you, and he opens this tome, and he flips through the pages. Here we are. And he tears out a couple of pages, and he stuffs it into a drawer. And he looks at you, and he says to all of you, I hired you to go into the sewer to fight an aboleth, a giant creature that had taken residence there. And it was very sentient. The ground was very slippery. Some of you had to make Constitution saving throws and things like that to keep from being poisoned. And you all worked together to move these little water valves around to keep it from flooding in the room so that you wouldn't drown. But you managed to overcome the aboleth, and everyone in the city now thinks you're a hero for doing so. And I paid you well. There was something I needed you to retrieve, which was this magic sword the boy had. And Milo, you didn't go with them at all. As a matter of fact, you sat around reading little comic strips about your favorite character, that bat elf, or whatever it is. And then you'll all be on your way. Thank you for your services. I shall certainly call on you again if I need you.
What did you pay me with? You've
all been paid with the gold that he promised you in the beginning. But I remember you had said he wanted to learn from him. He says, yes, you can call on me whenever you can, just not today. We're busy for the rest of the day. Thank you for your services once again. So pleased. And it's like he's very much rushing you out, but your realities very much so have formed into what he told you it was.
We have done well today. I feel that we have defeated the evil, and we have earned ourselves a good drink at the local tavern.
That you have. Now say goodbye, Milo. Goodbye, Milo.
Fare thee well, Clan Milo, Clan Merlin.
It was nice to meet you all. And the wizard slams the door. So verily, my story has come to an end. Murlin had deceived the heroes and his young apprentice, and removed any memory they may have had of this incident. But he had not accounted for one thing. The potion he had rendered did not work as well on anyone with a high content of sugar in his belly, which Milo certainly had. The heroes had retrieved the tome, and Murlin returned it indeed to Candlekeep, but minus a few key pages that would eventually lead to his ruin. But, hazy as his memory was, young Milo knew enough that these pages mustn't fall into anyone's hands again. And after Murlin's demise, Milo would disappear into the world, but that is another story for another time and another storyteller. I must bid you good night, traveler, but should you find yourself on my path again, I will be happy to share my hearth with you, and more stories of great adventures.